going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having an amazing day. Thank you for tuning into this video. Let's go ahead and just talk about the elephant in the room here. Brand new Berkeley Crudge. Sorry, there you go. Brand new Berkeley Crudge. We got these in a few different colors, and we already sold out. Most of the colors except for chrome. Do have a couple of these left. If you want to try them, head over to the website. You know where to go, guys. I'm going to link it down below as well. So we're going to talk about, in this video here, we're going to talk about a few things. Starting it off, Berkeley is really pushing the forward-facing sonar game. I mean, smaller brands like Core Tackle and some other ones have been really focused on forward-facing sonar. Now, this is a very small subset of the market, but I think everyone can agree that when you're watching like Milliken's video or any other creator out there, like SB Fishing is another good one, when they include the forward-facing sonar on the screen where you can watch it live and kind of see exactly what they're seeing, I think it is fun to watch. Now, watching an Elite Series tournament or a Bass Pro Tour tournament where they're going out there for 8 hours a day and essentially they're like, hey, this is my back the entire time, essentially, and they're just casting a half-ounce drop shot with a flatworm or something on some smallmouth. That's not fun to watch, but what I think Bassmaster's done a pretty good job of, and even the NPFL with the Garmin's, is showing the consumer what's on the screen. Now, will this translate to sales for that unit or whatever unit really for forward-facing sonar? Yes, more than likely. Of course, that's the main goal of it, to sell more units. But of course, the smallest subset of people in the fishing industry, the ones that want to spend $4, $5, $6 grand for a graph in their live scope stuff, it's such a small subset of people. And I think that coming out with a bunch of baits, specifically targeting that forward-facing sonar community, is really just a big money grab. Now, all the pros that talk about, oh, the Crudge or the Finisher isn't a forward-facing sonar bait. I can see that for the Finisher, which is more like a hard bait, blade bait style bait. I get that, understand that one. But the Crudge, to come out and say that the average angler is going to be using this guy on just a day-to-day basis as a non-forward-facing sonar person, I think that's just a little ridiculous. I can see how this is very similar to something like a Jackal Riser, where it works kind of as a topwater, but really, guys, you're supposed to throw this out there. It's a half-ounce bait, 100-millimeter bait, Crudge 100. I talked to the Berkeley rep, Scott Camp, and he was talking about, I had some questions about, are they going to come out with like a smaller one? They're going to come out with like a shorter lip, a bigger lip, kind of change up the action a little bit. He talked about it, mulled it over, and he said they probably are, just because if these sell really, really good, they're just going to keep going with it. And, as business should be, that, if it's working, it's working. Don't overproduce what you can't sell or what your market can't handle. That's why we only got a couple of these in. I think we ordered 8 total chrome, got the Wakasaki, got a couple other colors, really good looking colors too. They didn't skimp on their color designs, and I'm not sure exactly who designed the colors or who came up with that, whether it was the pros or people behind a computer all day. It didn't really matter to me. They look pretty good. Brought some new colors that aren't out in like the Stunna, and I would love to see the Stunna get some new colors, some revamping colors, because it is a pretty good jerk bait. Now, of course, Hank Cherry didn't win on a Stunna. He won on a Megabass 110, but let's not get into that, right? But the Crudge, guys, so essentially what you're doing with this bait here, it's a half-ounce bait, like I said. It's getting down there. It's sinking pretty good. Tim said it's got around a 1.5 to 2 foot fall rate per second. And it's really, really easy to work. He liked working it on a spinning rod. I would probably use this a little more on like a short, limber bait caster. Of course, it's going to come stock with the Fusion, Berkeley Fusion hooks. And what it's going to do is when you cast it out here like this way, it's going to come in and it's going to kind of rise up like that and then kind of shoot back towards the fish. Now, I haven't been able to take these out. I didn't want to take them out of inventory just to go play with it this weekend. So since the chrome are left here, I'm probably going to pick one up, definitely try my hand at it. I caught a really, really big sack of fish this Sunday. I was at Squaw Creek and Eagle Mountain, caught a bunch of fish there, and it was a blast. Squaw Creek Tim's guys were like, oh, shoot. I think it was like 68 as a low, basically around the whole lake most of the time. And then Eagle Mountain was like 36 940, basically sub 40s. There was ice on the water and some pockets and stuff, which was absolutely crazy. But absolutely smashed them on live scope. They would only eat little lures though, and I could see some benefit in throwing something like this. Now again, I was just throwing an A-rig. I'll be honest, the A-rig is just so effective when you mix it in with live scope. I just straight up call it the cheater rig because that's kind of what it is in the wintertime. Now of course you'll find fish that won't eat it, but when they do eat it, guys, or you find the multitude of fish that will eat it. And that's just how it was, right? So that's how my weekend went. I had a blast at the Fun and Sun show, and if you came up and said hi to me, I greatly appreciate it. Made my day seeing everyone at that show coming up, said they love the video, say they love keeping up with the posts and stuff. So guys, thank you so much if you were there, said hi, really appreciate it. And back on the topic of the Crudge, it's a sinking bait, variable depth, hook size 6 essentially in the fusions, which Tim said he had a couple. He caught one with it, and then he also had one come off. I do wish they actually put 3 hooks on this guy. Now I don't imagine that this bait would tangle up too much. It doesn't come with a split ring or anything or a snap. It's literally just like upside down bill, and that's kind of how they got the name Crudge. You just take jerk and put it backwards. But with forward facing sonar optimized baits, right? I don't know. I feel like they could have included some like BS technology, which I'm glad they didn't, like a metal strip underneath the bait or something that makes it really pop on live scope, or, some reflective material like that. So, catering towards the forward facing sonar crowd, they're not really hitting the bells and whistles that some other companies are. Like, if I was throwing this, I'd probably definitely throw some bait pop on it, just make it pop a little more. And, that's just kind of my thoughts. Again, I haven't thrown it. Tim's thrown it. He had a pretty good time, caught some fish. But that was on a power plant, and they're a little more active here and there. So I'm definitely interested to try this, because if they came out with like a slow sinking version, because this does sink pretty good and it kind of shoots back. If they came out with a slow sinking version, I think people might have a little more success from the bank, or if they don't have forward facing. But of course, when you do have that forward facing crowd, you do need a more moderate to fast sinking bait to get it down there. But you also find the fish that don't want to chase something super fast. So I'm interested to try it out. I'll give you all my thoughts once I get one out on the water here I guess in a week when this video comes out, and we'll go from there. But guys, the Berkeley Crudge and the finisher are now in stock, and let me actually go grab the finisher, show you a couple colors, because we are sold out of the Crudges in all the other colors. So let me go grab some finishers, be right back. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. I couldn't find every single color, but we do have 3 colors here. So first up, got French Pearl. Very just French pearly, guys. It's white with a little bit of a yellowish underbelly. Next up, we got Stealth Shad, which this one I don't believe they have in the Stunna. It's going to be kind of like, I compare this one to just any normal gizzard shad. It's got a black, gray top with a little chartreuse line, yellow line going down to a pearl bottom. Really, really cool color. And then the last one is very similar to like a Megabass Tennessee shad. This one here is called Nebu. I think it's really neat, very bright. If you've got some dirtier water, come on, focus, dude. There you go. All right, there's Nebu. Very cool. It's got a kind of like bluish, purplish iridescent top going down to like a yellow and pearl bottom. We've got some other colors. The only size we have are going to be the Berkeley 7. I think they come in a 5 and a 9 as well. So definitely check out the finishers. And these are going to be, you fish them like a blade bait, ½ ounce, 2.7 centimeters. Or sorry, 2.7 inches, 7 centimeters. And the sink rate is going to be decently fast. It's going to move around like that. And what you can do with these, the line tie isn't directly facing at you. It's actually flat like this. And what you can do is if you put a snap on, or you put like a split ring, or if you tie directly to it and you've got light enough line, you can actually kind of dead walk it in place, and it's going to kind of shoot side to side like a spook or like a jerkbait kind of, always rising though until you let it fall back down on slack line. So it's going to be a really cool bait. Work it like a blade bait with a stroke, pattern where you just kind of pull it up and it's going to vibrate a little bit and then fall back down. And like I said, you can kind of stroll it where you kind of just pull. It's going to walk back and forth, and it's really cool based on the videos. But I'm going to see if I can contact Logan Parks for you and kind of get his direct opinion and feedback on the finisher or the Crudge. You know, I've seen following him for a while and seen that he posted a lot on the Crudge. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this little video here. If you want to pick up the finisher or the Crudge, head over to lakeprotackle.com. Keep up with us on Instagram and Facebook. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys.